Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Today's the 6th of January, 2020. Looking through all the articles about Bitcoin, all kinds of mixed opinions. Some of them think it's going to crash big. Some of them think it's going to go to the moon right now. In the short term, in the immediate future, none of them are sure where it's going to go. I'm not sure myself. At least I'm not going to sit up here and I'm going to tell you, hey, I know which direction Bitcoin's going to go right now. I don't know which direction it's going to go, but something I can tell you. Bitcoin is running as an alternative monetary system next to the Fiat monetary system. These two systems are running like on parallel, like on your major highway out there. You got one lane going one way and one lane going the other way. Bitcoin doesn't need permission. It's permissionless. Now the governments right now, they're working on digital alternatives to the dollar. The Federal Reserve's actually working on projects. The Chinese are ahead of them. The Chinese are actually releasing a digital yuan. For a long time now, I've talked about this. This represents total control over the money, over the monetary system. They hate cash. Cash is the old-fashioned monetary system. They can't see where it's going on their computers. They don't know who's holding it. Like the Treasury Secretary of the United States, Steve. I can't pronounce his Latin. Munchkin or he said there's $1.5 missing trillion. That's a lot of money, guys. Missing in cash, probably. Probably $100 bills. They can't trace it. They can't see it. This allows the government to create a new monstrosity, which is going to be digital currency that they can see on their blockchain that they own. And they're going to move into this direction so fast, guys. China's leading the way, but they're going to play catch-up now to try to catch up with China. But you're going to see the transition take place over to digital cash so fast, everyone has a cell phone. They're going to put the new digital dollars on your cell phone. They already got it. WePay in China. Everybody uses a cell phone to pay for everything. They've tested the system already. They know it works. They're going to put this in. And a lot of people out there think, hey, this is the end of Bitcoin. Government's going to take over the money. And yes, the government is, but it's not the end of Bitcoin. Because all they're doing is transferring money that's already digital. They already got a digital system in place. The dollars already went digital. I've been talking about this for a long time. U.S. dollar, in fact, all the currencies are already digital. But what they've done is they've mashed it in to the system that was already in place. And so, even though it's went digital, it's like a monstrosity where they don't know where everything is. They don't know where every dollar's going within the digital system. They want control. They want to tear all that old system out completely and replace it with a new digital dollar system that's run off a blockchain so they can see where every transaction's going. And this is the direction they're going to take. But it's still going to be fiat. There's going to be no limited supply. And in fact, once they go digital, then the money supply can go exponential. Because the reason why is they can just keep adding zeros to it all. There's no end to modern monetary theory and 0% interest rates. They can go negative 1, 2, 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%. They don't want you saving money anymore. They want you to spend it as soon as you earn it. They want to have control. They want to be able to issue the money, send it to whoever they want to send it to, and have total control over where it goes and what it's spent for. This way, if you do something they don't like, they just turn your wallet off. So that's it. That's it for you. They don't even have, for I mean, this is the kind of control that they have, that they're going to have. What's going to start to happen is because they're going for this kind of control, they're not going to destroy Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies, because people always know what has value. Bitcoin and the Bitcoin especially and Litecoin are proof of work. It's just like gold. What gives gold value is it's limited in supply, and it takes proof of work to get it, to obtain it. You have to get down in a mine. You have to dig. It takes energy. That takes energy. It takes time. Same thing required for Bitcoin. You have to set up a mining machine. It takes electricity, which is energy. It takes your time and it takes your effort to get those coins. Same as gold. Gold's limited in supply. Bitcoin's limited in supply. What about these digital fiats that they're creating? Totally unlimited in supply. They'll be able to create as much as they want, and they will. This is going to lead to unlimited inflation. This is not going to destroy Bitcoin. This is going to promote Bitcoin, because what's going to happen is all the people around the world are going to have a learning curve now. They're going to teach them how to use the new digital money and to make the transition over into the new digital money. Do you think that's going to be negative for cryptocurrencies? I don't think so. Because all this is an extension of the fiat system. And basically what they're going to be doing is teaching the masses how to use Bitcoin. This has been part of the biggest problem with cryptocurrencies is the learning curve. Computer geeks got onto it right away in the early days of Bitcoin. They learned how to use it. But the masses are slow about adoption and slow about learning things. The government's going to help them now. They're going to show them how, and they're going to create apps that people can use easily. So yes, it's going to be very popular. It's going to be as popular as the fiat monetary system is popular right now. This transition over into a new digital monetary system is going to be the equivalent. Most people are going to use it. But that doesn't mean cryptocurrency is going to die. Cryptocurrency is going to do like it's done all along, be running as an undercurrent. It's going to be still running there, in place. And what's going to happen is value is going to keep transferring back and forth between the two systems, just like it has been all along. With the fiat monetary system they have now. Let's call it the disorganized fiat monetary system they have now. And what they're going to go for is an organized fiat monetary system. But Bitcoin's been organized all along. Every single transaction that's ever occurred since the start of Bitcoin is recorded on the blockchain. Basically, they're going to create their own blockchain. But that doesn't mean that they're going to have a hard limit on the amount of digital dollars that they create. In fact, they're not. In fact, this is going to allow them to create as many as they want. It's going to allow them to fund anything they want to fund. And what we're going to see is the inflation is going to transfer its way over into the new digital monetary system. But what's it going to mean to the average person is they're going to have a transition period where they require you to move over into the new digital monetary system. And a lot of you out there are saying, well, I ain't going to do it. I'm not going to transfer over. I'm going to leave my money right in the bank where it is. And the heck with their digital money. Well, guess what, guys? What they'll do is they'll put probably give you like a 6-month window of opportunity to transfer your funds. And they'll probably tell the banks to automatically transfer your funds. You probably won't have any choice if your money's in the bank. The bank will transfer it for you. And you won't have any choice. It'll just be old dollars into new digital dollars. And, as far as your cash is concerned, they'll probably give you like 6 months to turn it in. for the new digital dollars. And you'll know that at the end of that 6-month period, that the cash is worthless. Because it won't be. Right now, it's fiat. Your cash is fiat. It's only worth something because the government says it's worth something. If the government says it's not worth anything after a certain period of time, and then you go to turn it in, if you went past the 6 months, say they give you 6 months, they might give you a year, they might only give you 3 months. But if you go past that period in time, nobody's going to accept your paper money. And the government's going to say it's worthless. You didn't get the notification that we were going to change over to a new digital system, and you still stuck with these old dollars? Sorry, too late to turn them in. See, they did the same thing over in India. They gave them a period of time to turn in their, I think it's a rupee, I think it was a 500 rupee note or something, or 5,000 rupee note or whatever. They said, okay, you got a certain amount of time to turn them all in. You know? Never forget, guys, that the government has a hard hand and they can do what they want to do, basically. You know? But the cryptocurrencies is a system that's running as an alternative that's been impossible. I'm going to tell you what, guys. Years ago, if they'd really been able to get rid of Bitcoin, they would have got rid of it years ago. They would have, if they were able to destroy it and get rid of it. But it's running like a black market. That's what it's running like. It works like the black market. And you know, in all countries on earth, they've always had black markets. And you know, you can't get rid of them. The government's tried. It's just like they wage a war on it. And they can't get rid of it. In fact, it makes it grow. It makes it stronger. The more you fight against it, the stronger it gets, not weaker. This is the way with things like that. You know, if they outlaw something, there was one country, I can't remember what country it was, they outlawed coffee. Speakeasy coffee houses sprung up everywhere where people would go in, and they were doing it illegally, drinking coffee, but they'd do it anyway. Well, we see the same thing with drugs. You know, we see the same thing. We see that they try to get rid of it. They try to root it out, get rid of it, and it just makes it bigger. It spreads it. Well, this is the way with the cryptocurrencies. If they do try to make it illegal or try to get rid of it, it's only going to grow it as a black market. People will never completely conform, and its value will actually go up. I mean, I know that, and the reason why is the fundamentals behind the cryptocurrencies. They could do the same thing with gold and silver. In fact, I'm going to tell you, it's an awful lot easier for them to outlaw gold and silver because it's harder for them to see it. I mean, it's harder for them to see the cryptocurrencies than the gold and silver. Gold and silver is obvious. It's in the real world. You're holding it in your hand. If they want to confiscate it, they can say, hey, that's a lump of gold in your hand. We'll have that, thank you very much. You know? Whereas with cryptocurrencies, you can have some little data file. It's a little string of numbers that can be anywhere. You know? You could have a picture on your wall, a digital picture of Grandma Moses sitting in a rocking chair or whatever, and then little numbers are hidden in the picture or something. You know, I mean, it'd be impossible to find it. It's a lot easier to hide it, is basically what I'm saying. And it's an awful lot harder for the government to confiscate it. How do they get rid of the blockchain? Say the Bitcoin blockchain. Well, I'm going to tell you, if all the governments on Earth were to work together in an effort to get rid of blockchain technology, which isn't going to happen, but let's just say this is my dream, you know, that maybe this would happen. All the countries on Earth work together. Even North Korea and Iran works together with the United States to get rid of blockchain. Okay. They wouldn't be successful because they'd have to get rid of every computer that has a blockchain stored on it. Impossible. But when have we ever seen any of these countries work together on anything? They can't even get their head around oil's frustrating. Oil's driving them crazy. You know? They're completely a disorganized mess, and they always fight with each other, bicker with each other, like it's going on now. Anyway, so they're not going to get rid of Bitcoin, the cryptocurrencies. So what we see is a future because of the fundamentals behind the cryptocurrencies, because they're so limited in supply, and these fiat currencies are never limited in supply. They're just going to keep printing them to infinity. We're just going to see slowly a movement over of capital or value or buying power. What we're going to see is we're going to see this march we've seen all along into Bitcoin. Bitcoin slowly increasing in value from its inception, from when it was started in 2009 till now. We're going to see this slowly continue. Sure, it might have price drops, but it has swings up in price too. Forget all that. That's all noise. The ultimately is a slow increase in price, just like gold and silver. Slow increase in price. We're going to see this continue, while we also see the fiat currencies slowly losing value year by year by year. We're going to see that continue. So they can make this shift all they want over into a new digital fiat. It's still just fiat. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. We'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.